Hello! Hi everyone! Thank you so much for resubscribing, Sam. I really appreciate it. You're so supportive of me and I love it. Okay, so few housekeeping things. It is really stormy today, like thunder and lightning and pouring rain. Right now, it's kind of in a lull. Hi, Yoru. Hi, Caroline. Hi. Hi, everyone. And so there might be an abrupt ending to stream if the power goes out. There have been a lot of brownouts where like the power will flicker. So I don't know if that will just like end stream or if it'll just, flicker. So hopefully I don't get disconnected. If I do, that's what's happening. The weather is just, it's my favorite type of weather actually. I love thunder and lightning, but it's not that great for streaming, so hopefully it's fine. Y'all want to see something funny? So, what? It's 77 degrees here. It's not even that cold, but for Hawaii, that's like freezing, so let me show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing like 3 layers of clothes. It's a little warm with my ring light right now, but it is so cold. And I love cold weather. I love thunder and lightning, but whew, it hasn't been this cold in a while. So, yeah. So I'm just going to load up Genshin Impact right now. We're going to finish the Lantern Rite Festival. So fun. I love the Lantern Rite Festival. I don't know, is Al still on the banner? Shall I pull for Al-Hytham? My hair, yes. My hair has grown out a lot. I don't know if I'm going to re-bleach it because... Shh. I don't have my headphones on. So I can't hear it. Shh. But, because I'm going to be going to the beach a lot in March, so I don't know if it's just going to bleach all the color out of my hair, and then I won't be able to re-dye it while I'm out, so debate. It'll fade like into a grayish purple, and I don't know if that's the vibe I want to go for, but it's gonna be so light. I also don't know if I want to get bangs again. I miss having my bangs, but it's kind of easier to have everything out of my face when I'm doing my makeup looks instead of like having to pin back my bangs. But I also like the way the bangs shaped my face. So, debating. So many things are coming up. You gotta go? Okay, bye, Sam. I'm glad you got to say hi. I haven't pulled for Al-Hytham yet. I did his trial, and I liked it. I don't know. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I think it's because I literally just got my last 5 stars, so I don't have any pity. So it would be kind of a loss if I don't get Al-Hytham, but I mean, that's always how it is in a gacha game. You're playing for a loss, basically. So I think last time no hesitation. Last time I trialed him and I was like, I'll wait till the end of stream and see if I still want to pull for him. So, do I want Yellen or Hu Tao? No, I don't. I don't want Yellen or Hu Tao. I know they're like fun characters to play or anything, but I just don't need them on my team right now, so I'm saving up my primos for other stuff. But really, I don't have a reason not to pull for Al-Hytham, but I also... Isn't Zhongli coming up again sometime soon? Maybe? I've never pulled for Zhongli, or I think I tried to pull for him, but I never got him. So I don't know when I'll ever get Zhongli. But I'm also still mad at him for giving away his Gnosis without putting up a fight. I still don't understand that. I know he was like doing it to protect Liu or whatever, but Why'd you have to give up your gnosis to do that? Oh, also, have you guys read Throne of Glass? Do you guys recognize this? I got it for Christmas. It's a Terracin sweater, and it has the to whatever end that Rowan and Aelin say to each other. I love that book. It's one of my favorite books. I didn't know that it had come out so long ago, so when I started reading it, I was like, oh my god, all the books are out already. But apparently it's kind of an old series. Yes, I purposefully matched my makeup because I didn't have any makeup redemption right now, so I could do whatever I want. Whatever I wanted. It's with the ring light that it gets warm in here. So let's put the hair up. Well, maybe I can do a cute little bun moment. Haven't done a bun in a while. Or at least a high bun. I am so cute. I'm just waiting for my game to load. It's a little bit slow. The power lines are probably wiggling around outside, waiting to... Hopefully everything stays fine for a couple of hours. Knock on wood. Wood. You miss watching my streams, huh? Yeah, college is crazy. Luckily, I didn't have too much to do this week, but one of my classes is ending soon, so I have I have 3 finals coming up. All in one class. I have a presentation, I have an exam. Oh, no, just 2. Presentation and an exam, but that's a lot. And it's not multiple choice. All tests should be multiple choice, I believe. I mean, it would be so much easier for the teachers too if everything was multiple choice, because then they don't have to read through everyone's answers and figure everything out. And you hate tests that are multiple choice? Okay, well, sometimes I do hate tests that are multiple choices because they try and trick you, and like multiple answers could work. So maybe it's not always great, but I just prefer multiple choices because I can finish them a lot quicker. Oh, that aren't multiple choices. Oh. I was just reading it through it quickly. Okay. We have to finish up Liu Wei. Oh, also, I have drops enabled, so the longer you watch, the more rewards you get, and it'll just be sent to your Genshin account. Oh, look at my nails. They're pink. I feel a little girly right now. Usually I'm more it sounds weird for me to say I'm all natural while I wear so much makeup all the time, but like usually I don't do my nails is what I meant to say. Okay. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Single harmony of the reputable soul. Yeah, professors do trick questions. And I hate that. Or I especially hate it. I know maybe it's more helpful or like it's easier to cheat, but I really don't like it when teachers reuse quizzes. Like you can find them online or something, or like you can tell it's not by your teacher. Like they'll be asking questions about things you didn't cover. That happened to me in my last class. They kept asking questions about a book or like a textbook, and we didn't have a single textbook assigned. So when they were asking questions about the textbook, I would have to legitimately guess. And you know, not all of them were multiple choice, so I'd have to look up what they were talking about in the textbook, but I couldn't find the textbook anywhere. So they were asking me questions about something I had no way of finding out. So ridiculous. Redonkulous. Ooh, there's a Geoculus nearby? Pray tell. Where is it? Oh, is this... Was it in a puzzle or something? Ah! Oh. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. No sneak ups. No sneak attack. No sneak attack. I love my Yoimiya. Yoimiya's my baby. Oh, I got such a nice compliment the other day. Somebody said my personality was similar to Yoimiya's, and I literally haven't stopped thinking about that. Like, I don't know if that person understands how much I appreciate that comparison. Like, it's literally made my week. So, Rune Guard. Oh, chest. Have I never been here yet? Have I not been here? Wake up, sir. Wake up. I swear I've been here before.
Hold the line.
Perhaps not, though.
Fuse is lit.
Wah! Wah!
Didn't
Oh,
count.
I thought I avoided that. Let's see. I always forget to aim for the eye. Eye of the tiger.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
The eye of the tiger, and I'm feeling my fire. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. No survivor, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of the eye of the tiger. You got the Ayaka skin? Oh, I don't have Ayaka. What is this? Oh, what is this place? I just summoned monsters. Fraud. I had gotten distracted from the main quest. It's okay though. Yoimiya will take care of everything. I'm not a test subject. You take that back.
The birds call.
Oh, you know what I did? I did recently. I did like 30 pulls on the weapons banner because I really want that sword. I want that sword, and I just want it. I want that sword, and I wouldn't mind getting any other 5-star weapons. I don't have a lot of 5-star weapons, and this is like my only 5-star weapon actually. My Wolf's Gravestone, and it's good for Chongyun, but like oh no, I'm stuck. Let me out. Yes, I do have drops. I have drops in Namos. What was that? My poor Kokomi. My poor baby. They had killed her. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, this is another one. Oh my god. I haven't... Oh my god. There's so
Objects
many
like this would
things.
prove useful when purging evil spirits.
Honestly, on streams, I can see a person as a mix of Yoimiya, Nilou, and Hutao. Oh, that's a great compliment, too. Just compare me to all of those great characters. I love it. I love it. Feed my ego. It's hungry.
It was worth the trouble.
I mean, maybe it's good that I feed my ego a little bit because I'm a little bit self-deprecating. Just a little. Just a tad. Self-confidence is something I'm working on. You think I'd be pretty good at self-confidence? Because I do a lot of theater. I do this. I do social media stuff. But I feel like maybe that just makes it a little bit worse because you're always looking at yourself and you're always, you know, evaluating your performance. Wah. But I'm working on it. Why are there so many gravestones here? I guess I haven't come here at all. How odd. What's up with this? There's writing on the stone, but I can't understand it. Okay. Okay, my girl. There's one. Oh, do I have to unlock him in a certain order? I hate when I have to do that. Oopsies. Where's the next one? Okay, there's one over here. Where is it? Where is it? Is it? Huh? Ah. I see you, trickster. Yay! Awooga.
Ooh, Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
I'm sorry, no fireworks. Oh, more Geoculuses? Up on the mountain? Oh, well, when will I ever get to the Lantern Rite Festival while I collect all my Geoculuses? I swear I've been here before. Have I just like ignored this place and be like, oh, I'll come back later? I do that a lot. I'll see like stuff going on in an area and I'll be like, oh, well, I'm doing a quest right now. I'll come back later. And I never come back later, I guess. I guess I don't come back later. Oh, she's so beautiful. Liu is so pretty. I really want to go to China one day and see like temples. And I think it's called the Stone Forest. But I want to go see that. And there's like this area that's like up in the misty cloud mountains, and it seems really cool. There you got your flower. There are just a lot of cool places out in the world that I haven't seen yet, and I want to. I would like to see them now. Just flores into... I don't know how to say garden. How do you say garden? ¿Cómo se dice garden en español? Who's here? Are we still talking about music? Twitch is not good right now?
Is this?
Oh my god, it is
Is
is it Jardin or Jardin? I don't know if you pronounce J in French. I know in some languages you don't pronounce the J.
Cloud Retainer,
It's
why did you bring
Ganyu!
us here?
And the Cloud Retainer? My goodness, we're getting spoiled on this
Ganyu is
quest.
of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
Yeah, isn't that Zhongli's girlfriend? Or wife? Or lover?
Guizhong is another name of Agentus,
The god of
the
dust.
god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored
Hadan.
social gatherings and inventions
Hadan?
alike.
Ella Hadan? Wait, no, that's... Isn't that French? Hey Siri, how do you say garden in Spanish?
In Spanish.
Oh, it's the
garden is
same. I feel like it'd be so easy to learn French if you already know Spanish or vice versa, because a lot of it is
Long
similar.
ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to
I
visit
hear
her
someone
home,
stepping. Who's
reserving
walking
for us
around?
seats around the largest stone. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart.
A
Though
braggart.
usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he
Paimon remembers that name.
Hilly Churl.
So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
Paimon. Every time I see Paimon, I always get that. Who, what, and why are you?
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has
Paimon
many
is just so
memories of him.
suspicious to me.
Once
Like
he
her
had brought out
crown,
the treasure, it
her
would
little primo
predictably
gem,
become the center of attention.
her cape.
Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight.
There is not a single thing
So
about
we would then
Paimon that I
also
trust.
present our proudest mechanical creations.
But I'm still attached to her.
As Adepti, we were each gifted in
Which
our
will
own
just make it
ways,
hurt so much
and
more when she
naturally proud
betrays
of our
us.
accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled
No,
with
not yet.
Seagazer.
I haven't done that yet in Sumeru. I think that's like when we find out how Scaramucci, he turns into an Animo. So I haven't done that yet.
His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Sounds like a rivalry to me. Yeah, no spoilers. Maybe enemies to lovers? Cloud Retainer and Sea Gazer?
Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses.
Competitors to
Regardless,
lovers?
every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to
Duck.
watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in,
Lambastings?
and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What is
What kind of
lambasting?
nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine. She always sought to make
The one thing I
everyone
dislike
happy.
about Liu is all of
And
the
one must
characters
say,
talk
she
so
had quite the
much.
gift for it.
They are
No
chatters.
matter what nonsense
This is hurting
she
my
said,
head.
one never felt bothered
You got
or
some
offended.
Joyce? Joyce? All of the Liu people are chatters. They just talk. Zhang Li, Cloud Retainer, Moon Grazer, whatever his name was. Zhao, he doesn't talk a lot, which I appreciate. I appreciate that in a in a man. Shh, no chit chat. They just like have such long monologues. Which, you know, you get a lot of information from it, but it's kind of hard to just sit there through it and be like, uh-huh.
It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated
Come on, get over yourself.
Oh, Paimon, she's a god, an adeptus. Calm yourself. Be nice to her. She could probably smite you.
Anyway, just as our... Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking.
I don't remember all of these gods. Where did all these gods come from? There's so many of them. I guess that's... plays out. I understand.
Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
I mean, yeah, that's fine. It is a little weird for a square cup, but it's not horrible.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue. Even one
What
could
are we
never
even
find
talking
fault
about?
with Marchosius's
I don't
cooking.
remember how we got to this.
As we ate, Guizhong
conversation.
would continue to find topics for each of those old fossils.
I
had
thought we
their
were talking
character
about
flaws
music
and points
last.
of obstinacy. So why would we would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set and the sun rose?
Stove god is
and only
Gooba.
then would the banquet
Gooba!
finally come to an end.
Oh, I got a stove god statue in my teapot, and it was Gooba. Ah. Xiangling is just walking around with the stove god.
Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with...
Streetward Rambler.
That would be Ping.
Ping.
You probably
Madame
know
Ping.
her as Madame.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is or are you saying that it was Guizhong?
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone.
Aww.
One should have guessed that you would disrupt
you
one's
think
poignant moment of
Adeptus
mourning with your
age?
incessant questioning.
Cause Zhao, you know, he's been around for a long time, and he hasn't aged. I don't know how long Ganyu's been around for, but then Madame Ping, she is aged. So I wonder if, like, the gods, the Adeptus, can choose to age or not. Like, can they choose what form they take? And then why would Madame Ping like to be a grandma? Did she give up her adaptal status? Questions.
No matter.
Questions need
one will share
answers.
the whole story with you now.
No. Oh, cutscene? Animation?
In times gone
Thank
by,
you!
One quarreled
Yes,
oft with
I love
Guizhong concerning
animations.
mechanical principles.
Yeah.
We each had our
Oh, they
ideals,
experience
and
so
neither
much
would yield.
death.
Under the pretext of a social
They're so
gathering,
pretty!
one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations.
Gorgeous, beautiful.
But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscuro vopus mechanism was superior.
Oh my god, she's so cute. Is that
Though one was too proud to
is that Cloud
acknowledge it.
Retainer?
In one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts.
She's so cute.
As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In
Wait,
Guizhong's
is Guizhong Madam
While
Ping?
mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression.
Wait, who
of
is
the
this?
soul,
Is this
an
what Madam
emotional
Ping?
enterprise that could never hope to
Yeah,
be replicated
Guizhong
by
playable
machinery.
when?
They argued endlessly until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world.
Best friends, best friends.
But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains.
Oh wait,
Zhang was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping.
oh my
Tom,
god,
our
am I gonna
friend's
cry?
memory.
I'm
One
fine.
made a few finishing
I don't even know
touches to her
Guizhong.
ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
Why is everything gotta be sad? Why can't we have like a happy story?
Everything.
And they all lived happily ever after. Is that
You
jazz
think of human
stuff?
life is like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
I'm fine.
One has always been austere. and
I gotta
private
keep
by
them in my
nature,
eyes.
and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong
But I
were
still don't
born
know
out
if
of
she decided
discussions
to
on the
age or
discipline of
not.
mechanics.
Street Ramblers, Madam Ping. Oh. But why is Madam Ping age and not everyone else?
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
True that.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted.
Do you think one can reabsorb their tears? Can they just go back into the tear ducts?
But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover,
Why did she
her friendship
age?
with Guizhong was far
I
greater
must
than one's
know. One is so done.
own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both
Yeah, why can't we
compose.
have playable dead
perform.
characters? What about that guy who died in Inazuma? I know he was just like an NPC, but everyone likes him for some reason. Eyes retainers. Oh yeah.
Wait, that's weird.
Yeah.
Didn't Madam Ping
Yeah,
say
and
she
Miko's
pestered an old
friends.
friend for that bell?
You know the other demon ladies? When are we gonna see the demon ladies? I want to know more about the demon ladies. Or, yeah, I want to know more about them.
And she also said something about being a vain beauty, which...
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot.
My foot.
That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come.
Aww. Yeah, or isn't there a theory of like a time loop? There was like a theory that this whole game is a time loop and like it happens over and over again. So what if in time loop we can play the dead characters again?
As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, She realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision.
To stage his death.
After all, we all have known each other
Yeah,
for several
former
millennia.
places.
Some
Dunrazard
things
and
between us are
Tepe.
implicitly understood.
What ability would Dunrazard have though? Maybe it would be fun, you know, like in our teapots, you know, like how you can kind of make miniature cities. If we could have add NPCs to our cities, so you know, like then we could interact with them in our teapot, even if they're dead. We could have the underworld in our teapot.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code?
Enough of your intrusions.
Yeah, enough
Where
Paimon.
was one up to?
Paimon always
Yes.
interrupting.
The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art and can be used to... But Streetwood Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time, the two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music.
Dia? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna pull Dia.
Passing,
Because I just...
Streetward Rambler's mourning,
I don't really... I like
two
her as a
tunes
character.
composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition.
Aw. I like her as a character, but I don't think I would actually play her, you know? Like, I don't think she would fit into my team. Hi, Jsave. Or JS. JS Ave. Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming in. She'll become the god? Yeah. I'm so suspicious of her. Paimon, I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. I forgot what I was saying before that, but it's okay. It'll come back maybe next year.
Streetwood Rambler also loved music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once.
We're gonna ask her to play it again, aren't we?
Which brings one back
Play
to
us
the
the
matter
tune,
you've been
Madam Ping.
investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by
Madam
Streetwood
Ping is the
Rambler.
lady of the lake. Madam Ping is the lady of the lake.
But
Good
if
for
she was so
her.
happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her. In response, though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?
That is so incredibly sad. I love that quote.
Aw.
It's so
Why,
good.
Madam Ping?
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind
So I guess
in Leo
she-
Harbor to honor my contract.
How old are you, Ganyu? Because we know you grew up, but you grew up before Shenhe. And we don't know how old Shenhe is. The timeline in this game is really, really vague.
Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Guizhong was quite the
Shenhe,
visionary.
my beautiful lady.
Tragically
I have
passed before her
Shenhe.
time.
I'm so glad I got Shenhe when she
Manuscripts
first
still
came
lie
out.
Unfinished in the realm of clouds.
It's been so long since
Blank pages give
her
one
banner.
pause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too would have been lost to the sands of time.
Why can't we just write it down? And obviously, how old are you, Cloud Retainer?
As of now, you know the truth.
Do
That
birds
the Adeptus who rescued the drowning
live
man
that long?
was none other than Streetwood Rambler.
Yellen? Are you a Yellen main?
Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Sure. What's up, Madam Ping? You remember this?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
maybe she'll get a little bit sad, but sometimes it's nice to talk about stuff like that.
Precisely.
You know, get it out of your
Passing
system.
of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold,
Do it.
Cloud
Be
Retainer,
bold.
could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Good for you, Ganyu. Ganyu's always so mellow, or, you know, a little bit meek. She'll do stuff for everyone else. But stand up for yourself. Go, Ganyu!
Oh? How so?
She's talking back to her mama.
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one.
Can we stop talking about farewells? I know the Lantern Rite is kind of about that. You know, you light... Or, I don't know. I don't remember what the Lantern Rite here is about, but, you know, like, here when you light the lanterns and you put it on the water, it's kind of about, like, saying goodbye or putting, like, your wishes out there. Like, you know, it's more of, like, a farewell. So I would assume this Lantern Rite is sort of similar to that. It's just, it's been so long since the last Lantern Rite that it's hard for me to keep track of all of the lore. There's just so much lore in this game, it's hard to remember what each event is about.
But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this.
They should have a city of the dead. A city of the dead in this game.
Though these immortal mountains have
Chest,
lost
where is
an
that
Adeptus,
chest?
the harbor of
How can they
mortals
just
has
show
been
me
the
that
wise
chest?
elder.
Okay, it's by a grayish
No
tree.
loss
Oh,
can
it's over
ever
there.
be undone.
Okay, I gotta go to
But
that
there's
chest
always
later.
Much that Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit,
It is.
life goes on. Because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
But it's still sad.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this. When we get back, why don't we just
I
ask
don't
her if
think
she'd
Madame
like to
Ping is
perform?
gonna want to
Maybe we
perform.
can even get her up on stage.
Maybe she'll, you know, like how she'll like perform behind the curtain, and we could have the shadow puppet dude do something while she's doing her little bell performance.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping. And Leo Harbor is always decorated so...
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard?
No.
Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
It's a celebration.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before.
Gani, you're
How long
so
will you simply
good.
let them pass you by?
Do it for Ganyu.
The edibles
Please.
she brought this time were indeed quite delectable.
Cloud Retainer does edibles? My goodness.
Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
Bye, Cloud Retainer. See you in the city.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Yes, ma'am.
Once the Guili assemble... Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough,
Bye-bye.
do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Yes, let's do it. Because isn't in Mondstadt, isn't there supposed to be a sea of dandelions? Like, isn't there a area of Mondstadt we haven't unlocked yet? I know this was probably just a rumor or a leak, but I thought there was more. It was a dandelion sea, right?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
That was a quick reprimand.
What?
Was she just hovering in the air? Just listening?
Listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave.
Why is
and
she
returned to chasten
angry?
and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
She's done her so angry. A child NPC mentioned it. Where was that chest? Oh, I'm all turned around now. I think it... Oh, there it is. I see it. There's my chest. Can't escape. Ah, what? I dislike these little bugs. Where are you, bug? Oi, 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 oi. Oh, I have to heal Kokomi still. I haven't done that. There we go. For a second there, I thought Kokomi was still dead. She's just very weak. But she'll heal herself.
Provisions are vital.
Because she's a queen. Queen Kokomi. Yoimiya needs heals as well. Whee! What do you guys have? You guys have a chest or anything? What is this? What was there? Oh, bird egg. Hi. What are you doing? What's up? What, y'all? You doing something suspicious? Huh? Face my fireworks. Wah! Whatcha? What-pow! My Kazuha, he's shaping up. Getting strong.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Yeah, I'm not a test subject. What is this? What were they hanging around about? But it's barely readable. Is there a quest revolving around this? I feel like I've never figured out what these things were for. I don't think I ever finished that. Or maybe you're supposed to go to them in a certain order. Varka? Oh yeah, we've only heard about Varka in passing. I kind of don't want Varka to come back though, but at the same time I do, because Jean has been, you know, the acting grandmaster, and I bet she really likes her job, even though maybe it's really stressful, but I feel like it's gonna be so hard to see Jean not in that position of power anymore. And it's gonna break my heart. Cause Jean values that, you know, a lot. She has a lot of her self-worth in her position, and I don't want anything to hurt her. Where am I going? To Madame Ping, right? Madame Ping. Madame Ping. That's it. This is where we met Tartaglia for the first time. Hey, girlie, stand still or hold still. Ah, hi, girls. Ladies having a chit chat. Second in command. I want her in first command.
Whoa, Madam Ping?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
I teleported.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How
We
nice
saw
of
you when
all
you
to
were
come visit
young.
me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely?
'Cause you're the one who's...
Street word. Or rather,
Cloud retainer.
one,
She's like, oh god, I'm talking to an old lady now.
given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us.
Cloud Retainer's like, I can't do this. Please, child, help me.
So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak
Madame Ping, are you the lady of the lake?
Cloud Retainer informed us.
She's probably
that
gonna
the
laugh
one
at
who
us,
played that
be like,
melody
ha,
and
ha, ha, ha,
rescued the
what a
drowning
silly
man was
story.
none other than yourself.
Let me... What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it.
It's gonna make me sad again.
Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all. When mortal lives are so very brief.
They are. Compared to
It
immortality.
appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Guizhong?
Who's...
We like to call her Guizhong.
Guizhong.
From the look in Cloud Retainer's eye.
I'll
Play us her song.
After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue.
Hi, Fire!
Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
You're gonna make me sad again, Madam Pig.
So, how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Paimon, must you always question?
Once upon a time, she said to me, that humans were a weak form of life. But as she interacted more and more, she marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits. The sheer splendor of
I
all
bet
they
I would have
could
liked
accomplish through their
Guizhong a
hard
lot.
work and intelligence.
Do you think Zhongli was biased when he chose Guizhong's invention? Because doesn't he have a thing for her? Or weren't they a thing?
She told us that to underestimate with the smallest amount of guidance and a human who has reached their full potential may well be.
She always had a way with words.
She's a poet. Guizhong poetry class.
That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
And beauty. She was a beauty.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember?
Does that mean Mooncarver has a human form
the one
too?
That the two of you gave me as a gift?
Cause Mooncarver, I'm just saying, Mooncarver has the voice. And I just would like to know what Mooncarver looks like in his human form. No reason.
Of course. Guizhong
Just
and
because
one
I think
both put an immense amount of effort
he would
into
look
that
cool
gift. It would be no overstatement
in his
to call it
human
a
form.
testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland.
Wow, Guizhong should write a book. Oh, I guess she's dead, but she should have written a book. She's got a lot of
When
quotes.
I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Don't make me cry, don't make me cry.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
So nice of you to point out, Paimon. She's literally right there. It's like when you see someone crying, it's like, oh my god, she's crying. Hello? She can hear you. See, look at, you're barely
All
2
of
feet
us.
apart.
It was Guizhong who was the fun. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud
Do you
Retainer's
think Madam
finest
Ping is
works
gonna
at
die
every
soon?
opportunity.
Are we gonna see Madam Ping die in this game? I don't think I could handle that. There are so many people who like Madam Ping. Like, what about Yan Fei? And Yao Yao likes Madam Ping too. Oh my god, it would be even worse than Zhongli's fake funeral. Because Madam Ping, it would be a real funeral. And there are so many people who are, you know, like, who have a connection to her.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound
I
of music at
do
this
not
time
allow
of the
it.
year. If she were here,
I
one is certain
protest.
that she would seek you out to discuss and debate.
Oh, yeah! We've been dying to ask. What was Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and...
I can make arrangements right away.
Paimon. It seems in bad taste to ask all of that after just talking about her dead friend, who she's very emotional about. Be like, oh, by the way, can you perform at this concert for us? You know, and play that really sentimental song that you thought only Guizhong and you could understand. Can you just play it for the crowd in general, please?
Oh, it's been a long time since I played this zither. And whenever I play that tune, there was a
See?
period of time
See,
whenever I
Paimon?
started strumming.
Doesn't seem like a good idea
It
now,
almost
does
felt
it?
like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too. Look, no matter how much time goes by, the moment that...
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself
One
if
for
I
your fate in the
claimed to
mail?
have completely moved on.
Why? Why are we getting a free fate?
But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time.
Does it?
Despite the sadness,
I don't think
I have found many
so.
things that bring me joy in life.
They keep
It is
showing this
simply the
same
nature of the
shot.
world in which we live.
They
that
should have shown it from a different
even if
angle
one
at
wished to
least.
Just look at this
There we
potted
go.
plant.
New angle.
Isn't it stunning?
It is stunning.
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief.
Be that as it may, I shall...
Well,
Granny! Ah, Yanfei! See, I said Yanfei! See, Granny...
Whoa, what's everyone doing here?
Just
something
thinking
bad
about
happen?
dead people.
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No,
Oh, that's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy
We're
Lantern
seeing
Rite, everyone.
everyone in this quest. Ah!
Happy Lantern
We should
Rite.
check out check off everyone we
I
found
just
from
remembered
Lantern
that
Rite
I
and
have some,
everyone from Liyue we saw in
work to
Lantern
do
Rite.
at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands.
Not Mr.
Cloud
Dvorak.
We will be off for now.
Mr. Dvorak.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
Hint, hint,
It
nudge,
seems
nudge,
Ganyu
let's
still
go.
has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
Yeah, no, that was pretty obvious.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Not very amused.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay?
Gladly.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
Yes, ma'am, but I cannot give him your regards, because whenever I hear that, I always think the Lannisters send their regards, and then, shink, you know, murder.
got it, Madam Pink.
Thank you all.
I must not give anyone
As for that
regards.
melody, I will play it for you all another
Wow, that'd be great.
when that time comes. Wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains
Do you
of
think she
sand
was
and specks
reincarnated?
of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the
You're making me
of today.
sad, Madam Ping.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Nah. Mr. Dvorak. Mr. Dvorak, I got news. I found your Lady of the Lake. We can have your performance, but we're gonna need to find new people to perform. Probably Yunjin and I forgot how to say her name. I have her face in my head, but I can't remember what her name was. Oh my god. How can I not remember it? Where are you? Xinyan. There it is, Xinyan. We got Anobe the 5th and the 7th and the 9th. What is that? I meant one. Oh. Onobe.
And Kuchin's here too.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Yes, it did. It was really sad too.
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking.
She's a grandma
are you
now.
serious?
Yeah. The fairy lady. Fairy lady grandma.
I see. So that certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Poignant.
That's a really interesting first reaction.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
What, you don't think fairies can grow old? Huh? What's wrong with a granny being a fairy?
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Okay, so you could choose to grow old.
Madame Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
Really, Paimon? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think... yes. I must thank her in person.
Okay.
That can wait until after the concert, though.
Yeah, after
For
the
now, I need to
concert.
devote all...
Speaking of, Madam Ping wishes Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay at...
Wait,
She doesn't
are you
move.
serious?
She's always at her teapot
Oh,
station.
no. Now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, all right. Nope, another rehearsal is in order.
Wait,
Please excuse me, everyone.
Who is performing? Do we know? Obviously, Xinyan's performing because she's been part of the quest. Are we gonna see Yunjin?
He's already gone. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After
Ariana
our recent
Grande.
adventure,
Please, share your insights with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad.
Are you serious right now, Paimon? Is that seriously what she found out?
It can
Wrapping
make
enemies
people
in her
happy and
hair?
moved, but it can also be sad and bitter. And music is like
That's better.
kind of
A better
memory written in
insight.
people's hearts. It can put you in touch.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Where's Chongyun? I
Happy
know
Lantern Rite
Chongyun
to
is
you
in
as
this
well.
somewhere. Where is she? Her E would be her voice, which heals your party and damages your enemies. Her screams is her charged attack. We're creating Ariana Grande and Genshin Impact.
That ship.
Which, is she a 5-star or a 4-star is the question.
What? Shoot! Latent. Wait, no.
Nascent.
Zhang said he wasn't in a hurry, so anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. Ugh. Anyway.
Should be a
let's go check
6-star.
with the Wangcheng funeral.
The one and only 6-star in Genshin Impact. Where? Oh, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Time to go.
I was editing my video of when I first met Zhongli. It's so funny because when he was saying he was working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, I was like, is he part of the mafia? Is he a hitman? And that's all I can think about now. Oh my god, it's the girls! It's the girls! The girls! Girl Squad. They're rehearsing.
Oh,
Hi.
all right. Let's take a break here.
They're rehearsing. Hi, girls.
Oh, wow, look who it is. Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
It's been so long since I've heard Hu Tao. I don't recognize her
So
voice.
you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? Okay.
My throat.
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention
Is
we
she
have several
blush?
invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on.
Invisible.
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Director Hughes. Oh my god. The ghosts are going to be attending. You're gonna get the staff
Xinyan
of
was
Homa.
pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
Ribbit.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all.
Thanks, Director Hugh.
There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour.
Oh, she is
looking
rapping.
for acts to audition.
There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for an iridescent tour, looking for acts to audition.
With my words, Shinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor.
Yunjin's not gonna perform. She has to. She must. It's the rock opera. We must have our rock opera.
We'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
Jesse, James, Meowth, that's right. Team Rocket. That's what it sounded like she was saying there.
The whole dance floor will be yelling encore, encore. Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along. But
Oh, don't you worry about
Metaphorical
that. I'm
flames.
pretty experienced on this.
Huh.
Oh,
Guess
literal
we'll just have to
flames.
trust Xinyan.
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to
The
pay a visit to some
mountains?
old friends.
Oh, he's going to visit Guizhong. Oh, no.
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms,
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who, to tell the truth, though. I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
I had to write in my file of the song. Ew.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and
The
hang
cat.
out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new.
I like her socks. Those are cute.
I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always...
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you...
Sure thing. I'm all ears.
Well, Yunjin, you must sing with them. Otherwise, my dream of a rock opera will die.
Traveler in Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me, sir.
You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
A tier list? Oh. Oh, yeah, I was gonna do that. I've forgotten. I need to write it down again, I think. Tier list of the Genshin trial character demos. Probably I'll do that in a YouTube video. It might take me a while to do it if I were to do it on live stream. Yeah, Hu Tao can be a sir and a ma'am. Ma'am, sir. Ma'am, sir. Da 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 da. She's so good at rapping. Go to Mount Hulao. Where it? Oh my God. He walked all the way over there. Did he turn into his dragon form and fly over there? He must have set out 3 days ago. Okay, what path would he have taken? He would have gotten cut off over here, so there isn't a path there, so he would have had to go all the way around if he was walking the path, all the way around Junekarst, the peak, the huge stone forest, all the way to get to Mount Hulao. And then even then, there's not a direct pathway to the mountain. Do you think they can teleport too, or are we the only ones who can use the teleport waypoints? He grew young again. Flew all the way over to Mount Hulao. But okay. Does he still have his dragon form? Can you just imagine the people who have like been recovering from their god dying for like 2 years now, and then they just look up and they see Zhongli in his dragon form flying over to the mountain, and everyone's just like, crisis. Devalin Airlines, perhaps he was on Devalin Airlines. I like need a cough drop. Because I did stream on Thursday. I've been talking a lot more than usual. Hey, Venti, can I borrow your dragon? Oh, well, yeah, I know I have my own dragon form, but I killed that dragon form, so if anyone sees me in that dragon form, it's going to be a whole thing. Oh, please, can't I just borrow Devalin this one time? I'll return him in prime condition, I swear it. I'll even make sure he doesn't get possessed by the abyss again. Come on, Venti. Stop. You're just an old drunk. I'm taking Devalin anyways. You never paid for the kids. Custody battle. No, Venti's form. Venti has a little wind spirit form, right? He doesn't have a dragon form. And then Rite and Shogun, hers is just a human robot. And Nahida, does Nahida have an animal form? Does she have a spirit form? I can't recall now. Ferret! 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 Ka-chow!
Time to
I
go.
keep missing. Bye, ferrets! That one ran for a while. Okay, Zhongli, why are you all the way over here? You must have walked a long while. Long, long while. Jupar Dvalin. Oh my god, it's Moon Carver! I was just talking about you, Moon Carver. What's your human form? You must tell me. I must know it. Zhongli! Where is Zhongli? I don't see Zhongli. Hello? Did I miss him? Did I miss him?
Paimon sees them!
Scar flies
It's
like in
illuminated
Minecraft.
bird, and illuminated bird number 2!
Illuminated bird? Paimon, that's so disrespectful.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor?
You can't
is the
tell
city
me that he
nowadays?
wouldn't have an amazing human form. You can't tell me anything. I know it. I know he would be gorgeous.
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Moon Carver has been
Zhang
taking many
Li, there
walks on
he
Mount
is.
Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Sir, how did you get here so quickly? I must know. Did you grow wings? Did you grow a serpent's tail?
Zhongli!
Fly
here
on a
you
rock?
are. We brought the
Caroline!
bamboo shoots you
Hi,
wanted.
Caroline! Wait, Zach? He plays Moon Carver? Good for him.
Impeccable timing.
Impeccable voice acting. Bamboo shoots. Here you go, sir.
Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours
He's
on low heat.
wagging his
Using
tail.
Adeptus arts to hasten the process.
Wait, that mechanism is...
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind.
Is it just me or is Paimon getting more disrespectful? It just seems like she's getting pretty rude. Was she always this rude? Am I just being more sensitive? I don't know. It just seems like she's intentionally being kind of a jerk.
She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Excelente.
The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our
Good
journey
quote.
should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us.
Everyone here is so good at quotes.
When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
I must insist as well because I was the one who gathered the bamboo shoots.
Oh, Zhongli! Huta told us to tell you something.
You must come to the banquet.
She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses.
Paimon, did you really have to imitate her?
But she says performance. She must be. As for the banquet,
As you can see,
sometimes I have to
a prior
remember
engagement with 2 Adepti
that
friends of mine tonight.
there is a very wide
Give Director
age
Who
range.
my best wishes for the performance.
There's a very wide age range of people who play this game. So it kind of makes sense that Paimon, you know, has to reiterate things and lay it out for her and lay it out for everyone. But like for people who are in the older generation, you know, the people who basically pay for the game, who support the game financially, having all of this sort of like, I guess it would almost be like kind of elementary voice lines on Paimon's parts. It is pretty annoying. And I don't know, I feel like the younger generation, younger people will be able to catch up fine. They don't need it to be laid out like that. I don't know, it's just, they're definitely catering towards, you know, people under 15 with Paimon's voice lines. You know, like some of it's elementary humor or just, this is what's happening. This is what's happening again. Don't forget, this is what's happening. When she's talking about Sumeru local delicacies with Donrazard, she got disgusted that the people of Sumeru mostly ate fruits and vegetables and mentioned, I can't wait to get to Natlin already. That was. In Sumeru, she had a lot of rude voice lines, actually. Like, she was dissing Sumeru culture a lot. Be like, oh my god, that's so weird! Or, like, before in Mondstadt, and I guess in Liyue, she was describing why things were a certain way. But then once we, like, got to Inazuma and stuff, she was like, oh my god, everything's so weird here. And, like, yeah, it's different, but you don't need to call everything weird. It reminds me of, you know, of people who go into white Americans who go into like an Asian food store and they're like, oh my god, oh, this is so gross, I'm gonna try this, oh my god. You know, like they're talking about just like a regular snack and they're like, oh my gosh, it's a squid flavored snack, oh, that's so gross, we have to try it, we have to do a taste test. Like, okay, you don't have to do it like that though. You can just say, oh, this is so different, not, oh, this is so weird. It's very much a choice of words sometimes. And I know a lot of people don't really think about that when they're just speaking, you know, like choosing their words carefully and like the way it'll come across. But you would think they would do that for Paimon because they're writing the voice lines. They have to get the voice lines translated. They have to have several people read the voice lines because it's all in different languages. Then they have to edit the voice lines. Then they put the voice lines in the game. Then they have to transcribe the voice lines. There's a lot of steps to put Paimon's voice in this, put Paimon's lines in this, and they do all of that so she can act like this.
As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Like, I wonder if, you know, they consult an English speaker to translate the voice lines, or if, you know, it's the people at the Chinese studio who are transcribing the, you know, translating the voice lines. That would be interesting to know because it would give me a little bit of insight of how they're choosing the way Paimon speaks for everyone.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
The bamboo shoot soup is ready. Because, like, sometimes I know, like, choice words in Spanish, Japanese, and Korean because I've just watched a lot of those sorts of shows and consumed a lot of that content. But it's like when you are listening to something in Korean per se, and then the subtitles are in English. Sometimes those subtitles don't match up to what they're actually saying. Or when you're watching a Korean show and it's dubbed in English with the English subtitles. Sometimes even those subtitles don't match up with what the dub is saying. So there's like a lot of things that can get. Did you hear that? That's stuttering. There's a lot of things that can get lost in translation. So I'm wondering where Paimon's attitude is coming from. If it's the way the person who voices her is emoting, or if it's the way it's actually written and directed.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful shot.
Right away.
Thank you.
The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed.
Yeah.
Please, take some soup.
Not for you, Paimon.
It's most exquisite while still warm.
Yeah, when you watch anime. Exactly. Like, I think I first started noticing that when I was taking Spanish classes, because I took Spanish for a long time. Not very good at it still, but, you know, I know words and sentence composition, and, like, I can read in Spanish, and I can listen to Spanish. I'm just not very good at talking Spanish. Which you would think. But I can understand a lot of it, but then when I see the way it's dubbed or the subtitles, I'm like, excuse me? They completely changed the meaning of that entire sentence there. Like, you can change one word and the entire, you know, like, for example, I like you. It could also be, if they change like to love, that's completely different. Or in other languages, they have a lot of different forms of love, you know, like familial love, platonic love, romantic love, and those all have like different words. Whereas in English, we kind of just have love, I love you. Whereas like in other languages, it's like, I love you as a friend, I guess. You know, it's a little bit different. Like they have formal and informal language, whereas we kind of don't. So I feel like kind of English is a very like in your face language, like this is how it is, whereas other languages have nuances maybe. I don't know. I'm not fluent in any other languages. I wish I was, but it's something I'm interested in. It's just hard for me to learn because of all my memory stuff, so like it's hard to process. I can't even speak English regularly, okay? You want me to speak other languages too? I like supplement some of my English words with other languages already. You can speak Mandarin? That's amazing. I've heard Mandarin is really hard. Is it your native tongue? Subtitles in English. Yeah, lost in translation. Maybe just American Paimon isn't that great. Bamboo shoot soup. Wait, that looks kind of cool. Piping hot bamboo shoot soup. Where is food? Where is my piping hot bamboo shoot soup? Is it this? What's in it? The ham is a butt end selected according to UA Pavilion's gourmet standards. The fresh meat is pork belly, freshly hunted in Springvale. Ham and pork belly with bamboo shoots are the denacet you'll find in Quinshe Village. It is then heated slowly, gently, and with the utmost care and technique, such as a particular taste may only be shared with those who know how to appreciate it. Okay, so there's ham, pork belly, and bamboo in it. Hi, Alex. Hi. Return to Liyue Harbor. Liyue. You did come at a good time. Yes, we are trashing the English translation because we were talking about how rude Paimon was being. Like, she called Mooncarver and I think Sea Gazer illuminated bird and illuminated deer. And it's like, that's really rude. And I was pointing out, like, how she's been a lot ruder in Sumeru. Or just, like, disrespectful. Are there fireworks? I hear him, I don't see him. Where is Yoimiya? Yoimiya with Love Lantern, right? Aloe jeans? Oh my god! Cutscene!
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
Chagyun! I love Chagyun!
Up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Yeah!
So much for my rock opera.
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow?
Girls
Another year
trip.
behind us. I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
What's up, Yellen? Ah, Chi-Chi and Baishu! Ciao! Ciao! Wow. It's so pretty. And Chagyun is in the back there. I'm so happy. And Yao Yao. She's so cute.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Shenhe! Shenhe!
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
So competitive. This cutscene is better than last year's.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
I love it! That's so fun! Oh, I wish I could experience something like that in real life. Here, I don't think we're allowed to do floating lanterns because it can get into the ocean. We can do the ones in the water, but they're not allowed to go very far out into the water because then they get collected so they don't get out there for the marine life. So it's a very controlled sort of lantern floating we have here, and it's on the water, not up into the sky. I don't know if they do that somewhere yet.
Thaumaturgy and martial arts to
real
conquer
life.
evil.
Yeah,
There are
those
other means
rabbits.
to the same end, but they
Wait
are not
until the
true way.
following night. What's the following night? There's one left? The epilogue. Oh, she has a dinner. Let's go to the dinner. I thought Chongyun was gonna have a part of the part of the quest. Oh, I don't remember what time I was supposed to wait till. On the mainland, but I've never put out lanterns before. Yeah, that's what we call the mainland here. The US is the mainland. What time was I supposed to wait for?
Heart be pure.
19
Evil
to
be
24. Does that work, or do I have to go to the next day?
Mine will be purged.
Ah,
world be
the following night. I guess it has to be tomorrow. I already went to tomorrow. I always forget the next verse.
That last
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner!
Don't tell me to hurry. I will hurry as fast as I can.
Shinjuet Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list.
We don't have a wait list.
Of the parlor director,
Because we are invited. Let's see who's at the dinner. Who all is at dinner? I'll definitely like this part. Is Chongyun in here? Chongyun? Kaya? Is it Kaya? I'll faint if it's Kaya. I haven't fainted recently, so it'd be a new experience again.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli.
Chongyun is interacting with Zhongli.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
And Xingzhou is here. Ah, the whole gang is here.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Okay, talented young people. We have an exorcist who has never seen a ghost before. We have a writer who writes under a pseudonym and is the child of a big place, a big business here. And then we have Gordon Ramsay, master chef.
Oh, you flatter us.
My heart is so cute.
If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Zhongli, you need to introduce Chongyun to Zhao. Can you imagine Chongyun talking to Zhao? Is Zhao... He's a demon slayer, so he wouldn't technically be a demon, right? But can you imagine? Can you imagine Chongyun and Zhao interacting? He'd be like, oh my god, I know all about you. He'd probably feel like a fanboy for Zhao. He'd be like, ah, you are the conqueror of demons. You exercise so many. How do you do it? You're my role model. And Zhao's just like, who is this child? He'd probably like feel all, I don't remember which energy Chongyun has, if it was yang or yin energy, but he'd probably feel like all of his energy and be like, oh my god, this child. What is going on?
Whoa, there's so many people here.
There's only 4.
All we knew was that hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
If you say so.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
I am. I like how we didn't go and sit next to Zhongli, though. We're like, we're gonna sit next to our girl. Xingling. So close, Zhongli and Xingling.
Me too.
Oh, we
I've
left
seen
a seat in
Shinran
between
perform
us.
before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this.
How did we choose the seating arrangement? Why would we do this? Traveler, what? Why did you leave that seat empty? And then there's two, they're like, I don't want to sit next to anyone.
I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
My smile is so wide.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone.
See, why did we do this?
Gathering.
Wait, is Hu-Tao not coming?
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
They are the golden trio of the game. Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Xingqiu! That's not the way you should start off the new year.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
Chongyun was probably sitting there like, this is so much food for one person. And Xingqiu was just like, oh my god, that is so much food for one person. Table is part of Chinese culture as well. Each seat at the table has a special meaning. Oh, I didn't know that. So it's probably why Traveler is sitting wherever she's sitting. That is interesting. I can see it being true. It would be something that not a lot of people would understand though, but I can see it.
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon.
Yeah, she does have cute eyebrows.
Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Maybe there are name cards for us where we're supposed to sit. I don't know.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking.
Oh, naturally?
Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue.
That must be such a great compliment for her.
My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
So humble.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Do you think Paimon sits at the table, or does she just like float nearby and eat in the air? Can she sit? Or is she always just hovering? Maybe she's cursed to never touch the ground again, never touch a solid surface, never rest.
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
Yeah. Maybe Paimon is cursed. And like, to break the curse, she has to guide the traveler through this so she can fulfill a destiny or something. I don't know. But there's so much sus about Paimon. Like, how do they expect us to just be like, ah, yeah, Paimon, I love her.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Oh, thank you. How nice.
Speaking of eating, Paimon... Oh, Hu-Tao was the one who invited us, but she's not here. Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant.
Aww.
You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu-Tao's invitation.
There's fan art of standing Paimon, and it always looks strange. I can't imagine her standing or sitting.
As for Hu-Tao...
Maybe in like a booster chair.
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being.
What guest?
Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu-Tao went to... Could it be... Kuching?
She didn't clarify.
Who is it?
And as her...
Who is it?
Ta-da! We're here!
Who?
Oh, we're not late to the party, right?
Who is we?
Good thing the conqueror of demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Zhao is at dinner! Do you think Zhao knows that Zhongli is the Archon? Did he ever find that out? I don't remember if the Adeptus knew that Zhongli was the Archon. I would assume so. Zhao's like, oh my god, all of these people are here. And my girlfriend.
Oh.
Is Zhao gonna sit next to us?
See. So the important guest is the conqueror of demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Liar. You know each other.
The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise.
Zhongli's like, act like you don't know me.
Not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus.
He is using his eyes being like, you don't know me, you don't know where I'm from, you don't know a single fact about me. This is our first time meeting, okay? And Zhao's just like...
To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
Poor Zhao is just like, what is this? What have I been dragged into? Zhao is like the friend who never wants to go anywhere, but gets dragged along. Yeah, I thought they did that. I thought, you know, when Zhongli rescued Zhao from dying, that he was kind of like, ah, my Archon is still alive. Why is my game loading for so long? There we go. Just needed to give it a little nudge. Hello?
It's almost lantern, right?
That's terrified me.
You took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis.
He does
may I ask what
know.
troubles you?
Zhao is like his child. He's like, Papa, what is wrong? He's like the kid who doesn't want to acknowledge that he's his father, but is like, that's my father.
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebration.
Okay.
Then why would you come all the way?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao and received some spices from him. And
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
He's like, yes, I came all this way for sesame oil, and I found some spices. And Zhao's like, and the sesame oil? And he's like, yes. Unfortunately, there was no sesame oil in this whole kitchen. This whole kitchen that provides for an inn of travelers who is in Liyue, where in Chinese culture, sesame oil perhaps might be used quite constantly. Oh, no sesame oil here. What was the purpose of that cutscene? Just be like, ah, yes, they know each other.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang. Sir.
Nice cover.
There he goes again. And everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
Where'd you hear that from? Who was whispering that around town? Did you hear about the time he tried to save us from drowning? And he was like, people were worried about you. Remember, Zhao, did you tell them about that? We're old friends.
Great. Right. You two sit together.
You should
He's gonna
take a seat
sit with
too,
me.
Oh, finally remembered me. When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready.
It's not cheating because I have a harem, okay? We are polyamorous. We're not monogamous. I have multiple boyfriends, but my boyfriends only date me. They don't date each other. Is that a thing? I am the center of the relationship. There are a lot of people involved.
Let's not wait any longer.
And he is sitting next to me. Wait, but then we have one empty seat. The delicious looking food arrives.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Paimon, you need to move over here. She is blocking us. She is in the middle of this.
Oh.
How rude.
It's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being
Oh,
friends
wait.
with the Conqueror of Demons.
Chongyun is meeting the Conqueror of Demons. Chongyun, how are you feeling, my boy?
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him.
What did I say? What did I say?
You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows.
Zhao is probably like, I don't know who this kid is. I didn't know there were other exorcists. I've been doing all of this work, and there are other people helping? Since when?
Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
He's like...
Likewise.
Oh, he was sweet about it. Oh, Zhao. Maybe Zhao's not used to people looking up to him, so he's like, my cold heart is being warm. What is this feeling?
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons.
And then Xingqiu has to
brought that name up quite a few times in the past.
has to butt in here and be like, don't forget about me. I'm Chongyun's keeper, his boyfriend, slash best friend. So even though he looks up to you, he's mine. Xingqiu just had to cut in there and be like, nice to meet you, Conqueror of Demons. He's talked about you a couple of times. To me. Talked to you about to me.
I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
See that warning look? He's like, don't get too excited now. I wouldn't mind if Chongyun and Xingqiu got together, but I'm not, I'm not involved in shipping wars, okay? So don't come at me. Don't come at me.
We know each other too.
Best friends. Chongyun's like, don't forget me. Hi, I'm still here.
He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Xiangling and Chongyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Xingqiu had to cut in there again and be like, these two, my friends. You, stay back. They may like you, but they love me. You see that? Conqueror of Demons? You might be all that, but these two, they're mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say anymore.
I should probably make a complete list of the harem. But Kai will always be first. Number 1.
Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Poor Zhao, he's like, I hate this so much.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere.
Yutao probably knows like everyone's story here. She's like, I know exactly what's going on with all of you.
I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
I didn't think they'd ever include something like this in the game. Hiya.
What's your true intention then?
Relationship advice.
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy.
Yay!
And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Oh god, no. Please, no.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
What?
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding.
My love.
Cooking, helping with the family business, exercising evil spirits, or
My best
conquering
friends.
demons.
My best friends.
And of course, our consultant.
And the
who's been
traitor.
helping out at the parlor every now and then.
I know the clapping sound effect. He deserves a round of applause.
Everyone has done some pretty amazing things.
We have one empty seat though, Yutao. And there's a place set out for them. Is this for Guizhong? Are they like holding a place for Guizhong, you know, as out of respect?
As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that
Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Paimon. That was really disrespectful. Yutao went through all the effort to get everyone to attend a dinner at the same time, at the same place, when all of us are traveling all around the world, not just throughout Liyue. And Yutao had the decency to say, or, you know, she could have said nothing, but she was like, you know what, I would like some appreciation for gathering you all together. And Paimon's like, kind of self-important, don't you think? My girl, Paimon, what have you done? What have you done since Liyue, realistically? Realistically, when is the last time she has guided us through anything? Now she's just commentary. You know, before Paimon used to be our guide, our Tevat expert. Now, recently, Paimon doesn't know shish kebab.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
All she had to say was Traveler was coming, and Zhao was like, I'm there. This is the roast of Paimon. New year, new roast. Not long ago at Wang Shuin. Again. Because when we first met Paimon, she made it sound like she knew everything about the world. You know, that's why we let her travel along with us, because she was going to be our guide. I don't know, did we lose the plot a little bit here, and now Paimon's just a reactionary character, and not our guide anymore? Like, what happened to that?
Gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss.
I'm sorry, Goldette.
And there she goes. What a lively girl.
She really is.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao.
She's like, hey dude, what's up?
Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh.
She's just buttering it up, aren't you, Yutao?
I know you're there.
That was a little scary. Xiao's like, I know you're there as well.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Say it again.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
77th?
Is there something you need?
Zhao's like, is there someone you need me to kill? Is there someone you need me to bury? Hu Tao's just like, no, can you attend the dinner with me, please? Traveler will be there. And you'll get to meet Zhongli, my assistant's funeral person. And he's like, Zhongli, you say?
That does sound
and
like
Traveler?
one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Me?
Smart guess.
It's me, isn't it?
Huh? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the Guardian Yaksha.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague.
Yeah,
Nor
so
could
a
they
lot of
escape
funerals
death.
happening during that time.
The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead.
They're all so pale they glow.
That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
Zhongli's a historian who knows history that has not yet been written. He's just incredibly smart. Honestly, if I was there and I heard Zhongli talking about all this, I probably wouldn't question it either. I'd be like, oh wow, he knows a lot. I wouldn't be like, where do you know this from? I probably wouldn't question it unless somebody else questioned it. Because, you know, when I meet someone knowledgeable, I'm just like, oh, cool. They worked hard to get their knowledge. Or they must read a lot of books.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Because you didn't mention me right away.
You know him pretty well, huh?
Pretty well. I almost said something too much. I won't say it.
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Because Chongyun will probably offset his karma just naturally. And then Hu Tao deals with, like, spirits. Demons, probably. You know, she's aware of that. Traveler, we're me, so we're just all cool. And then Zhongli, everyone just like Zhongli is it. He's the it boy. Yeah, I would just assume he was a historian. Honestly, I feel like Hu Tao might know. I feel like Hu Tao is the type of person who knows things but just doesn't say anything about it. Or she'll be like, oh, I thought all of you guys knew that already. It was pretty obvious. And everyone's like, no, we did not know that Zhongli was Rex Lapis. How long have you known? And she's like, oh, well, I knew since he wanted to consult at the funeral parlor. And then I thought it was really weird he wanted to hold a funeral for himself. But, you know, he was really sad recently, so I kind of just figured he needed it. So I let him plan his own funeral, but there wasn't really a body to bury, so it was kind of a weird situation. But I let it go because Zhongli's pretty nice. I feel like, yeah, she's like, well, if he's not going to admit that he's the Archon, he's going to have to act like he's not the Archon. I want you to go get this for me, please. She's probably taking advantage of that. She's like, I wonder how many things I can make Zhongli do before he's like, you can't make me do this, I'm an Archon.
Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
How many people did you tell him were coming, Hu Tao? Me? And Zhongli? Total? He's been sad. You you know, it's sort of that exposure therapy, you know, seeing how your own funeral would play out and how sad people would be if you were actually gone. I just thought, you know, he was doing his own little therapy process, and I thought it was a cool idea. I want to plan my own funeral as well. Hietao, I can see her just having that entire thought process there and be like, oh, makes sense.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy.
Yang energy.
So he's probably the most resilient.
I never remember if it's yin or yang.
That's not the same.
Embarrassed.
Did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Oh, they're that sort of couple. Or friends. You know, I'm that friend too. I will, if there's like a pickle provided with my food or tomato or something, I'd be like, hey, do you want my pickle? Or that was how it was like in elementary school too. I would give my best friend like, can you eat this? I don't want it. Because I would always feel bad like throwing away food. So I'd be like, can you eat this for me? That's probably why she's taller than me now.
Huh? What?
Who's like, what carrots? I don't see any carrots. Oh my god, you have so many carrots in your bowl. I didn't get any.
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too.
Snitch.
You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Guoba wouldn't like me. That was something I researched a lot when I was going to Japan. Because, you know, unfortunately I am a picky eater, but I've been trying to get better. So I was kind of researching what was respectful food habits, sort of, you know? Because I know, like, some places, they don't like you to substitute anything in your meal or, like, make any changes. So when I was researching that about Japan, I was like, oh, they think it's, you know, kind of disrespectful for you to make changes to their food, you know, asking, oh, I don't want this on my sandwich. You know, so when I was in Japan, I was just like, okay, I'll order this, and then I'll just take out what I don't like, and I won't make a fuss about it. Or, you know, if it was like something where you're eating at the bar and the chef is right there, it's like, I will just eat it and I will bear with it. And you know, that was actually a pretty good idea for me to do, because then I found foods that I wouldn't normally like, but I really liked in Japan. I don't know if it was just because it was fresher or the way it was cooked or made, or if I was just trying to be respectful, but I found a lot of new foods that I liked while I was in Japan because I just didn't want to be disrespectful to anyone.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising?
Yeah, he's a chef.
But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
Used to be? You can just give up your position? You can be like, I don't want to be a god anymore. Bye.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
He's like, what other rumors have you heard? Have you heard any rumors about me? Any rumors about me being Rex Lapis or an Archon?
I'm doing fine.
He's like, I'm fine. Hold my hand.
Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend.
Rex Lapis? He's probably like, I'm so happy that my dad is still alive. Thank you for that compliment. But I hear a lot of stories about the way Americans act in other countries and how you can like always spot who an American is. So I do a lot of research on, you know, how can you spot an American and how can I not be an American? So when I went to Canada, I did that. When I went to Japan, I did that. Those are other countries I've been to. You know, in the States, you don't really have to worry about that. But when I was going to the other country, I was like, I hear so many stories about how disrespectful Americans are. I don't want to be like that. I don't want people to be like, oh my god, you know that girl Tybug? She was really rude in Japan. Like I would hate to be a rude person. Like, especially if you're an ignorant rude person, like you don't even know why people are considering what you're doing rude. So, and it's probably just because I overthink stuff a lot. I probably I was probably just panicking, like, I don't want to be an American. So I'm also doing research about like Mexico now because I'll be going there in a couple of months. So I'm like, how do I not be an American in Mexico? In the Caribbean, yeah, I can assume that. You know, luckily I'm tan, so I don't stand out right away as an American. You know, I can be a little bit ethnically ambiguous. If I don't open my mouth, everyone can be like, what country are you from? You know, or, you know, sometimes people are just like, she's making herself little and quiet. Don't need to bother with her. I'm like, that's me. Don't bother with me. I kind of feel like Americans are maybe one of the people who really don't even consider researching a place when they're gonna go there. You know, like how to be respectful in a place. They more research what places they want to go to or like finding the local spots. Whereas, you know, maybe, I don't know how it is in other countries when they're going to other countries, but like America is kind of like isolated, whereas in Europe, you're surrounded by a whole lot of other countries. So like you could go on a day trip to France, you know, whereas here, if we were to go on a day trip somewhere, it would probably be to the next town. So it's a little bit harder to get around in America. I mean, especially because America is so large. So I know this is something that I've seen on TikTok that Europeans have been grappling with, of how, like, if you travel 5 hours, you could still be in Texas. And if they travel at 5 hours in Europe, they would be like in 3 different countries already. So I think that's part of the reason why Americans are a little bit obvious when they travel, because of that. I think it's also the stereotypes about Americans. So I just don't want people to assume that's the way I am. And I know I probably shouldn't be like totally like 100% worried about what people are just thinking I'm like. I hear that when someone assumes you're an American, they assume you have more money. So then they kind of try and, you know, sort of scam you, or, you know, they'll assume you're gonna be rude or stuff. So it's just like, I'm just going to be a person in the room. Don't look at me. Great, I'll have purple hair. I'll stand out wherever I go. I'll just be very respectful, very quiet.
Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
It's just something I worry about, because I want people to think I'm nice.
You should know him. He's
right there.
Seeds of story brought by the wind.
Can you? Benty's just outside the door, like. Everyone's at dinner, like.
And cultivated by time. Did Paima just unconsciously complete that saying?
At least you remember something.
That voice. Could it be?
It is 100% Venti. Zhongli's like, why is he here?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
Yutao definitely knows that Zhongli is Rex Lapis. Yutao's like, oh my god, Zhongli, who is at the door?
No such need. I'm coming in.
He's just like, don't worry about it. I'm right here. I can open the door. Venti isn't even pretending. Venti isn't even pretending. he's just entering with wind blowing his hair back, whole sort of animo powers circulating around him and going and everyone's just like, it's the bard with suspiciously strong animo power.
Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new, happy Lantern Rite.
How did you get here?
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Sounds like, what the hell? Is that who I think it is? That's my old boyfriend. And I'm here with my new girl. Oh God. Oh God. I'm just writing my own story here. Don't mind me.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends.
He tells like, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. You guys recognize him? You know, Adeptus, Archon. You guys recognize this other Archon? Hutao's ghost friends have probably told her. You know, Zhongli comes in to volunteer to consult at the funeral parlor, and her ghost friends are like, oh my God, that's the Archon. And Hutao's like, what? And they're like, that's the Geo Archon. And he's just like, Hutao's just like, no kidding. That's the Geo Archon. Why is he here?
Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery. This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers.
And he's sitting in between them.
Sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here.
Venti and Hutao are playing a trick, aren't they? They're like...
Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? All right, I'm digging it.
Huh, it's you.
And Shicho remembers Venti from Inazuma. How was Venti invited to this? Do you think he just heard on the wind? Zhongli and Zhao are going to a dinner party. Tavalin took Zhongli to the mountain, and when he came back home, he's like, hey, you know what? Zhongli is going to a dinner party later. Do you wanna... Isn't that weird? You know, Zhongli, your own friend? Your old Archon friend from the Archon War, remember him? And Venti's like, no kidding. Zhongli's going to a dinner party. And Zhao? They think they could forget about me. I'm gonna be right there.
Oh, isn't this Genyu? Genyu?
Exposing the pseudonym as well. Venti's just here breaking all the rules.
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you?
Venti in the air is like, is that wine I smell? Along with my old companions, Zhongli and Adeptus Zhao?
I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. How I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
I'm gonna cry. I'm laughing
This
so
new
much.
guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Zhongli's face is just like, I mean, not Zhongli, Venti's face is like, he's like, checkmate. Checkmate. I'm gonna expose Zhao.
Yes, yes.
Xiao, are you a little bit shy? Are you a little bit embarrassed?
Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite.
Did Venti just... I mean, all of these names are getting mixed up. Did Zhao just call Venti a monster? It's like, the monsters stir more now.
I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
The way Venti turned to listen. It's like, go on.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Zhao's just like, that's what you chose? A bard?
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
They're laying out their aliases. They're like, okay, this is what everyone else knows me as. Don't mess it up. And Venti's like, a funeral parlor, you say? I thought you had a little geo power going on.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
And Hu Tao is just like, don't forget, I'm the boss of an Archon. An Archon who thinks he's tricked me, but I know everything.
That's very considerate of you.
Just all the undertones, all the layers of what they're saying. Zhongli's like, yes, she is my boss.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know.
That slow head turn.
From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an Adeptus in disguise.
Hu Tao's just like, I know what you are. You want to deny it? You want to deny it right here in front of all of my friends? Oh, you're so knowledgeable. You might as well be an Adeptus in disguise. All of them are like,
Xiao, you're an Adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Did she set up this whole dinner party to out Zhongli? She's like, I know you are Rex Lapis. You made me plan your whole funeral while you were sitting right there, all healthy, all smiles, talking about how in the past this is how we did a passing, what was it called? The passing rite or something? This whole time Hu Tao's just biding her time. She's like, I'm gonna get together all of the Adeptus. I'm gonna get the Wind Archon because obviously everyone knows the Bard is the Wind Archon. He's not inconspicuous at all. I'm gonna get them all together. I'm gonna look Zhongli right in the face and then be like, hey, you know, you could be an Adeptus in disguise. You know so much. Mastermind. Zhao is not good when he's put on the spot.
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons.
What did I just say? Ah, you are... I can't even talk anymore.
Huh? Oh! Right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything. Yeah.
I almost spit out my water.
Really?
Venti should be the god of tricksters.
I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Zhongli's like, let's get this over with. This is why I haven't met up with the other Archons since the Archon War. That's why we all stay in our own regions and we all pretend not to know each other. And now I'm here confronted with one of the worst Archons. And Venti's like the youngest Archon, isn't he? So Venti, this whole time, you know, generationally, Zhongli would be like the equivalent of a boomer maybe, and Venti is Gen Z. Oh, Nahida? Yeah, because Nahida was reincarnated or whatever. But Nahida wasn't in the Archon War, so I don't think everyone else has met Nahida before. That's what I meant. So Venti is just being a little shit.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt.
He's like, you want to play this game? I can play this game. I'm the god of contracts. How does that give him an up? I don't know. Oh, Raiden is younger? Where did I get that Venti was young? Did I just make that up?
I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
See, Zhongli doesn't know how to play the game. He's just complimenting Venti here. He's not even hinting that Venti's an Archon at all. He's just like, Venti is such a good bard. You can't call him not a good bard. He's a good bard.
Now you're making me embarrassed.
Venti's like, nice try. I think that's why, because maybe the game hadn't written about the other Archons yet. So they're just like, Venti was young, but not the youngest anymore.
I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometime. There's one I heard a while back that went, the old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories.
He's like, I'm going to expose this old fart, Zhongli, as Rex Lapis, the Geo Archon. Awaken old memories. That was just a subtle way of saying...
The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique.
They're just playing around now. They're just like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink,
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands.
Is this how she discovered that Zhongli was an Archon just through touch? She's like, now I know for sure you were an Archon as well.
Of course, of course.
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones.
Xiangling is just like, I don't know all of these fancy words. I would like to become more fancy too, please.
I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
My poor girl. Xingling and Chongyun are probably oblivious. They probably don't know what is happening at all. Xingqiu, I think, would have caught on. He would have been like... But these two, they're probably like, what is happening here? Is this like a poetry off?
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
No, he's like, I'm just here to expose some old friends. Just a little chaos.
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen.
You sly dog.
Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't
Getting
you
to
think?
know you, getting to know all about you.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once.
Successfully
so I
for
had to
once?
congratulate him.
It's never been successful before.
Don't think anything of it.
It's like, I'm just here for fun. No other reason at all.
By the way, I was watching as you entered Xinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
It's like, you're gonna pretend not to know me? Okay, I guess I will just expose you. I expose myself? No worries, everyone already knows I'm the animal archon. But you? You think you're hiding out here? You think you can just ignore me?
Whenever Lantern Rite, people are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts.
Zhongli's like, I wish you never came.
The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful
Really old
occasion
friends.
worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
He's like, I don't drink alcohol. Tea for me.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli.
Are we toasting
That
or
was
not?
Exactly what I wanted to say.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I would be on the clueless side. I'd be, what is going on? Do they know each other or not? Are they old friends?
Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I?
Nah.
We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
Hu Tao's like, do you have any Geo Archon business later? Zhao is just wildly uncomfortable. He's probably like, I'm never going to another banquet again. This is the worst banquet ever. I can't believe I got dragged out of the inn for this.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts.
What's with the urgency?
Help me. Take a walk with me.
Sure.
We're going on a date.
Have you two finished eating?
Yes, we are getting out of this uncomfortable situation as soon as possible.
It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come too.
No, no, no. subtle. No, you're still hungry.
Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back!
Accidentally forget. Zhao.
Let's depart. You go ahead.
Poor sir. What do these two think about everything?
About you and Venti.
Chongyu's jealous. He's like, how do you know that bard?
Could he be a partner in your family business?
That's right. You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
Oh, poor Chongyu, my poor stupid boy. What do you think, Xingling?
Did you talk about anything interesting before we started the meal?
Oh, we were talking. Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Xiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil and sesame oil. He suggested.
Oh, no wonder he left his post for so long that day.
Is sesame oil not common? I thought sesame oil was common.
Those ingredients would be difficult for... I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
Oh, these two are talking together. Oh no.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. It's nothing compared to your expertise.
Really? I don't think sesame oil is that expensive here. Sesame. I don't know how to spell it. Sesame oil. Sesame Street. Here it's only $3. It's $10 there? Sesame oil here is $3. Tres Dolores. For 22 fluid ounces is $18. For 6 fluid ounces is $3. You can get it for $2 at Walmart. For 11 ounces, you can get it for $8. Guess we have the sesame oil hookup here.
I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
What if I got drunk and exposed you as the Geo Archon? You're so lucky I decided not to drink. Yeah, it was the 22 fluid ounces for $8 was on Amazon.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
Can't even be casual together. Come, Zhao, I will take you out of this uncomfortable situation. Let us depart. Da 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 da. I like this part too. Is Zhao going to profess his undying love for me? I get so happy whenever I see this. This was expensive. It shouldn't have been expensive. But I still got it anyways. And I'm supremely happy that I have it. What, I can't have unrealistic expectations? I love having unrealistic expectations. 2023 is the year of delusion, don't you know? It's the year of delusion and mighty manifestations.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? It's like, I'm so uncomfortable.
It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times.
What about the other Yaksha? I wonder if this reminds him of the other Yaksha. Because all of his friends are dead. They, I think they were selling them for cheaper on AliExpress. I got this at an anime store here, so it was more expensive because they had to get it shipped here. But I guess I was impatient because I wanted it now. I got it for Christmas. So, Chongyun's been hanging out there for a little bit.
The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated.
Xiao's like, that conversation, there were so many layers to it and so many insinuations I couldn't follow. And I'm really uncomfortable because people were trying to be tricky.
But this time...
It's all Venti's fault, it is.
No. I didn't mean that.
He's like, not my boyfriend, no, sorry.
So you know his true identity.
I shouldn't get involved in shipping wars.
I'll get straight
Please,
to the point then.
Leave me alone.
The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute.
Ah, so he recognizes Venti,
It's
good.
easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans.
It's hard to know who knows who and how much they know about each other. It's very complicated.
And that's something I might never be able to do. That does sound like something you would say.
You thinking about me?
No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
He thinks about our conversations together.
Yes. The parlor director went out
Am
of her
I
way
blushing?
so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here.
Tao just mentions, elemental power, people with elemental power are gonna be there, and Zhao's like, oh, that confirms it. Traveler is gonna be there. 100%, I know Traveler's gonna be there. That's the only person I know is going to be there. I will go specifically because Traveler is going there. I know those people getting so much content to play off of. Good for them. Also, I guess Ether and Zhao shippers as well because of the two.
But I didn't expect the other guests to be...
Other Archons?
General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now.
It's like, I don't know what to do with all of these surprises. I'm not used to them.
But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him.
That came out of nowhere.
The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him.
He's thinking about the other Yaksha. I cried during that storyline with Bosacius. That was so sad.
Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few.
Brother Bosacius.
The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself.
Is General Capisis, was he a Yaksha? Is he dead? I'm assuming he's dead. All of his friends are dead. He was the Geo Yaksha. I cried a lot.
I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are.
Hi.
I'm not intruding, right?
No, he was just confessing his undying love for me.
You're not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts.
That's like my one biggest complaint about this game, is that they put so much good content in limited events. So then people who like miss the event for whatever reason, they don't see any of that. So like they have to go searching for that content. Otherwise they wouldn't know about it. I don't know how they would. I feel like they could just do it as like part of the Archon quests or something. What, the one in the chasm? They still have that? It is? That's good. But like, you know, like when they first introduced Scaramouche, so many people didn't even know who Scaramouche was because that was a limited event. And then like we learned a lot about all of the characters on the Apple Archipelago in the last summer events, like especially Fischl. We learned a ton about Fischl, but there's just like so much content that I don't know how they would keep it as part of official storyline, because that would be a lot of gigabytes taking up the computer space. I don't know. I think, don't they keep the voice lines at least, though? They keep the voice lines of other quests. I don't know if they keep the voice lines of limited quests, though. So much that people can miss out on. I guess that's why a lot of people like rewatching VODs or searching for, you know, YouTubers or stuff so they can see the content they missed.
Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching. To be honest, I was kind of worried too.
Aww.
You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanxiao made.
What an angel! She thought we didn't like the food, so she was gonna bring us something else.
You're worrying too much.
Xiao's like, don't worry about me, but thank you.
Why would I?
The first Golden Archipelago was fun. I mean, that introduced the Golden Archipelago. So when they had the second Golden Archipelago, people were like, what do you mean Alice has been here before and Klee? Huh? They'd probably be like, who's Alice?
Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait.
Oh, what's up?
There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
How did you know? I guess everyone probably knows.
Yup. Since the Masterful Chefs competition, you could say that Yanxiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well.
Aww.
I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking.
So he must have just been like... By the way, the Yaksha really likes almond tofu. I make it so much because he's here all the time, so I just have to leave almond tofu all the time. And she remembered.
I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu.
My
so
cheeks hurt so bad. I'm
dish from
smiling
him.
too much.
I'll be honest. Before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order.
Albedo's quest? Like, are they going to continue that storyline with the Whomper flower that can turn into albedo? Like, huh? How are people supposed to know that albedo might not actually be our albedo? Like, that's gonna be such a surprise twist for people who have never heard about the snowstorms. They're gonna be like, huh? Albedo's a flower?
So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the...
Thank you for the trouble. There was no... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba, too.
Maybe they'll add it as a character quest, you know, to unlock with a key. I don't know. They should add it, though. I mean, it's not like it would be extra work. They just need to add it into the game script or something, because they've already made it.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now.
Paimon's just sitting there like, I haven't gone anywhere without the traveler in so long. Separation anxiety. Because isn't the last time we left her alone, we like disappeared for a little bit in Sumeru? Because we like went outside the barrier or something and Paimon panicked. She's like, I thought you left me. I feel like maybe Paimon was like sent to spy on us and then she like grew to like us. So now she's more concerned about us and isn't trying to like manipulate us as much with guiding us through the lands. So maybe there are like a reason. There's a reason. I don't know. I'm just trying to explain why Paimon is the way she is.
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
Yeah, I think they'll probably do another Golden Archipelago. Probably with different characters, though. Because everyone loves the Golden Archipelago. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone who didn't like the Golden Archipelago. I mean, it's like one of my favorite events they do in the game.
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
Yeah, we're gonna leave her again.
How could you say that to Paimon?
Oh, I didn't know what I said. Whoopsies.
In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Excuse me? You think you can steal my dessert, lady? Zhao will fight you for me. So the first time they did it, it was Mondstadt characters. The second time, it was a mix of all of the characters. So I feel like the third time, Sumeru characters are probably going to get roped into it. But... And maybe it'll introduce a little bit of Fontaine. Because the first time they did the Golden Archipelago, they introduced a little bit of Inazuma and Kazuha. Or at least the battle for Kazuha's supplies. But I don't know.
Sorry to keep
lots of
everyone
options.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of.
An Archon Archipelago. That would be fun. Yeah, the second one was the first time we heard Nahida, so the third one will... I don't know, I feel like Fontaine might be out by then. Isn't Fontaine coming soon? It's like coming in a few months, so it actually might come out around the same time the Archipelago comes out.
Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
A reveal.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
No. Oh. I guess Sumeru wasn't that long ago. Yeah, they may introduce Fontaine at the end of the year, around like August. When did Sumeru come out? Around November? No, I think it was before that. Vocalores? What's Vocalores?
This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side. That spontaneity is the best choice to make here.
Where did Zhongli go?
Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so
We're all
long
the
that
same
the
height
incense is
here.
running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting
Oh, there
the
he
incense
is.
to the most distinguished guest
Oh,
among us
he's
all.
the Fontaine Archon? Or she? Fontaine is water? No. No, I think Fontaine is water. So I think it's a female Archon.
Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of who. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli.
Called out.
I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world.
Xiao's like, please help me, I'm so uncomfortable. All the rest? I kind of feel like maybe the Archons don't have a gender. I think they just kind of choose what they appear as. Because Venti's an air spirit, and Zhongli's a dragon. So they probably just manifest their physical bodies the way they want them to. They're all gender neutral.
If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with
Zhongli's
words,
like, I'm sick
the
of this.
notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed.
Well, it is an unparalleled talent for me, because good memory, wish I had that.
Since we all get to nominate someone...
Please don't point at me. Oh, Paimon's still mad?
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Are we just going to... every single person is going to nominate everyone else?
Is this really the way this works? It's not a big deal.
Just let me do it. I'm tired of this.
Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an Adeptus, the Stove God's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition.
Did they plan that? They were all in...
The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Q-Tao's a good hype woman. She'd be good for my...
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed.
I forgot the word I was looking for. See? Zhongli, you should be lucky. You should be grateful you have a good memory. Remember all your words? Not me. I wish I could remember all of my words. They get lost.
If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts.
Every single person.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
And then Xingqiu's gonna pass it off to Chongyun, and then Chongyun's gonna pass it off to Zhao, and Zhao's gonna pass it off to me.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense.
Zhongli in the background is just like...
in the new year.
I'm surrounded by children.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish. But it's of... which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse.
Zhao's like, don't get me involved in this. Don't even get started.
I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
He's gonna say me.
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Told you. Chongyun saw everyone doing it. Like, I do. Zhao just looks at the traveler and is like, well.
Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people.
Yeah, because I'm respectful. And I listen. And I don't interrupt. And I'm kind.
No, wait. Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
Oh, fine. Float away.
Huh? Who else is there?
Oh, am I gonna nominate Paimon now? Why? Why is Paimon the most distinguished guest? She is not. She is not.
Huh?
I guess we're just doing this so she can talk to us again.
Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
We're just appeasing her.
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need.
Maybe we're all like, what are you, Paimon?
Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome.
Venti's like, I know what you're doing. And you're gonna be a good friend for the rest of the trip. Right, Paimon? You're not gonna betray our dear traveler. Right, Paimon? I really appreciate when you're doing, you know, the slash joking, because that happens to me all the time. I mistake what people are trying to say. I do that on Twitter, you know, I'll do like the slash joking or slash genuine, because it's so hard to distinguish tones sometimes.
But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories.
Left behind?
But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous.
Excusez-moi?
Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
Seems like the Archons are chastising her. They're all like, we know you're from Celestia, Paimon, and we know what you're doing with the Traveler, and we're not going to let you do it again like you did with Ether. Especially when it's not audible. You know, your words aren't audible. I was just thinking about getting an Audible subscription just then. I love listening to books. Audible. Audible, sponsor me.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised.
I spent like half of this stream roasting Paimon, and now we're saying she's the most distinguished guest. That theory is like an alternate Paimon. Oh, I haven't seen that theory. And I guess Dane and Ether are against each other now, so are we gonna... I feel like we're gonna get betrayed by Paimon. Like, I feel like it's inevitable.
Those were genuine compliments.
We've been betrayed by a lot of people before.
Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Zhongli is terrifying. Zhongli's like... Paimon has mood swings, and Zhongli is very serious back there.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
Yeah, don't take it to heart either that you're a distinguished guest.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the Traveler as Guoba is to me.
Incorrect.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
Zhongli's like that disapproving father. He's like, you touch one hair on her head and I will destroy you.
I trust the Traveler's judgment.
You shouldn't.
Then Paimon it is.
God damn it.
And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us.
Why are they trying so hard for us to like Paimon? They're laying it on thick so it hurts more when she betrays us. I see their play.
Take the match, and don't burn yourself.
A relaxed heart to heart. Auf Wiedersehen. They should have done another cutscene, you know, all of us having fun together, eating food, chit-chatting. That would have been cute. Cute. I knocked over my trash can. Primordial wrath. Maybe we'll accidentally betray her, and then she's gonna become evil. How are they gonna twist this? Because I know a ton of people think Paimon is suspicious. But they need to mislead us somehow. I know. Honestly, if Kaya betrays us, I wouldn't mind. I would join him in a heartbeat. I'm on Conria's side. No question.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time.
I mean, I already
You're all
wanted to
free
join
go if you
Ether.
please.
I'm on my twin side. I am the Abyss twin. I understand why Ether is doing what he did. I don't like Celestia. Why did Celestia have to destroy Conria, huh? Why did all the Archons have to be part of that? Huh? I will... Oh, maybe Paimon does get activated, you know, like brainwash. Or activate... activate sequence 23. Beauty. Delicious.
Yep, the tea was amazing.
You don't have to go all polite on me. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
She definitely knows.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr.
Is he gonna go
Zhongli.
see Kazuha? And probably Beto, because Beto...
I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me any.
I
It was
will.
great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
That lady just walked in between our conversation. How rude.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime. We'll catch you all later then.
Bye, Hu Tao.
Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
I can
Understood. See you later.
Hu Tao's like, I need to talk to you, Mr. Archon.
Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Oh, Zhao's gonna have a heart attack.
Heaven forbid.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too.
Guizhong.
I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya.
Soraya?
And learned a few things about her research topic.
Are you cheating on me, Zhongli?
From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the
Who
truth.
is Soraya? And what did you do with her? And how long did you spend time with her? Is she prettier than me? I doubt it. No one's prettier than me.
But there are multiple sides
Guizhong
to
is so
humans
pretty and cute
gods alike.
and clever and poetic.
In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions.
I've met Soraya?
This
Don't
was
recall.
as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Rex I mean, Zhongli. What you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah, the director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't think you'll need my protection. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director.
Bye, Xiangli.
Bye, Zhongli. Xiao, are you gonna walk me home? I don't have a home.
Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side.
Got my eye on you, girl.
No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler.
Laying it a little thick. It's a little caked up here.
Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
Zhao definitely knows what Liyue Harbor looks like.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The events of today occurred so abruptly. Okay, I'll see you next time then.
He just blinks out of existence. It's done. But I guess we can go see Kazuha. Kazuha. So fun. I like conversations like that. Like the layers. He is here! Or is Beto here? Or is Beto on her girls' trip? I think Beto's on the girls' trip. Beto? Beto? No Beto.
This is such a cool ship!
They're like BFFs.
Facing the sea breeze and gazing out at the soaring seagulls. Kazuha, how about I stay here and be the ship's resident bard?
Oh god.
What are my prospects?
No.
With your level of artistic finesse, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. But I'm afraid the sailors aboard are not the most versed in the arts. They probably wouldn't understand the deeper meaning your poetry holds.
Cause it was like, please don't stay aboard. They don't even like it when I play my little leaf flute.
You can't say that for sure. Poetry. There's a port in Mondstadt too.
We haven't gone to that.
I rarely get the chance to board any of the ships.
Have we seen the port in Mondstadt? I mean, the lake, but that's not really a port. Because it doesn't connect to the sea. No, I don't think we've seen that yet. Is there a part of... It's not part of the city, but it's part of Mondstadt.
Speaking of ships... could you tell your captain that my height says nothing of my age? I'm way past drinking age. How often does one get to enjoy a seafood feast on a ship?
There's not much I can do about that.
It's like, please convince Beto I am older than the legal drinking age.
It's not because Captain Beto's not on the ship right now, but even I have to sit in the no drinking zone every time.
Why?
But I don't get drunk after just a few sips. Trust me, I can hold my liquor really well.
You're a drunk, Venti. Yeah, it would be over here. Because there isn't one in the city. Because this is landlocked, I think. So, or unless there's a path through here. But I guess the port would be over here. I mean, there's still more, but I think this connects to like Fontaine and stuff. And then this is the edge. So it would be over here. Yeah. See, connected. More Mondstadt. Oh, the Lisa skin? Probably not right now. But I think there's a few days left on it. Yeah, there's 8 days left. I'll probably do it off stream though. I went to talk to her already in Sumeru City. So I started it, but I haven't done much. But isn't it a pretty skin? It looks really nice on her. And I like the way they did her hair with the braids. Very pretty. I like that idol. I've got enough of Zhao. I've seen him enough. I don't need to see any more Zhao today. Okay, last thing. Were the drops on? I didn't see any drops happen. Let's see. Because it says Tuesday, January 17th to February 6th. It's February 4th. But I didn't see any. Did you guys get drops? I hope you guys got the drops. Oh, you got? Okay, that's good. Are they not giving it to the streamer anymore? I used to be able to get the drops too. I guess I have to watch another streamer. Oh, there you are, my love. Mi amor. Te amo.
Yen Xiao just came up here with some almond tofu, but I haven't finished everything Xiangling gave me.
It's like I have too much almond tofu.
You should try some too. I'm not as experienced in tasting mortal food as you.
That'd be a cool video to make almond tofu. I should do a video on making almond tofu. Good idea, Ty. I don't like tofu, but I feel like maybe it'll be an interesting video. All for Zhao. Almond. Tofu. Cooking. Video. I already have 2 other cooking videos planned. One of them is a white chocolate cheesecake, and the other one is I don't know if it's a Greek or a Mediterranean, but it's a sort of feta bread. But I'm gonna be filming those soon.
There must be many different stories to tell of the hustle and bustle of the mortal world, too. You can tell me. I will listen.
He's like, you can sit here and tell me stories while I eat my almond tofu. If you want, I'll listen. He's getting more open with us. He's sharing with us. Oh, that's all? Okay. I guess we'll just sit here and tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a streamer named Ty, and she met Zhao on a very odd day. And I don't know how to tell the story right now. I'm out of it. It's been a long stream. Not really. 3 hours is my average. But anyways, that's all we have. That's all we have for stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're not already, make sure to follow me here, subscribe and like on YouTube, and I will see you guys next time. I'll probably be next Saturday because I'm pretty busy this week, so I probably won't have like a surprise stream during the week. But I will see you guys Saturday, hopefully. So, okay, bye everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see if there is anyone we can raid. I always forget to raid somebody.
Cold to quiet the spirit and calm my vital energies.
So let's see.
GENSHIN infused water with ice is the most effective.
Taking a look. Oh, everyone I'm following isn't on right now. Let's see. Oh, this person is on. I was requested to raid them before, so I'm gonna go and raid them. They are Puzzle and Light, and they are streaming Genshin Impact. Puzzle and Light. Let's go and say hi over there, everyone. Let's go. Gonna do a nice little raid. They have
Exorcism
a little
uses
Kazuha.
thaumaturgy and martial arts to conquer evil. There are other means to the same end, but they are not the true way.
Okay, bye everyone.